front. What for your responsibilities? What kind of a challenge is this week?
For us, we got to run block, we got to pass block, we got to do it all. I see, a veteran group that knows what they're doing, strong, physical. They're going to be ready to go, especially after last week's game. And, it's just like everyone in the Big 12, they all have a Brock Martin or a Trace Ford, someone like that rush, stand-up kind of guy as well. So we'll be facing that for sure, and it'll be a challenge. But I think we'll get ready for it.
You mentioned last week. Was that a little bit of an eye-opener, considering you guys know what Iowa State is all about?
It was. That's how it is in the Big 12. Everyone's good. Everyone has their days, off days, things like that. But this is just a league where everyone can compete at the highest level.
Do you feel like you've improved as a route runner and a pass catcher? Because at the beginning of the year, you were saying you're not very good at catching the ball. And then you're out there running a deeper route the other day and doing things like that.
It's just a thing that comes with time, and then building more confidence with Spencer as well. I'm always working at it every day, actually. But I feel like it's been there, but definitely still working at it and going to keep working at it. So.
Do you feel like a few weeks ago, I think the one route you had to catch the other day, it wasn't the initial route, but you adjusted, I think, when Spencer went on the move. Would you have done that a few weeks ago?
I think I would have done it a few weeks ago, but probably not as smoothly. It probably would have freaked out a little more. But just, going over everything, being ready when the opportunity's there.
You mentioned building confidence with Spencer. What's your dynamic like with Spencer in practice?
In practice, so we're actually roommates as well. It's a little different at practice than it is at home. We're goofing off a little more at home. But whether it be throwing with him after, just talking to him about a certain concept, knowing what everyone else on the field is doing, not just myself. So being able to understand his progression through reads, who he's trying to focus in on a certain play, things like that.
What about Spencer as a roommate?
Just a goofball, and he's loud.
Did your dynamic at home change a bit now that you are making some catches and making some plays in the past season?
No, it's the exact same. Just same old. There's work and there's play. So.
He's loud, you say? Because he's sometimes hard to hear when we interview him at the podium.
Yeah.
Yes.
Loud in what ways?
Just playing the video game all the time, screaming at it, things like that.
And stuff?
I'm sorry?
Demonstrative and.
Oh, yes, sir. Just getting after it. I don't even know at this point. It's always changing. I'm kind of locked in my room doing the same thing sometimes.
Has he tried to drag you out fishing with him?
I think it's been the other way around, actually. I think I've been trying to drag him out. And then duck season's coming up as well. We're getting excited for that. So.
Did you notice him pointing for you to block on one of his runs?
He did. I think they got a little upset because he was supposed to dump that to me, I think. But no, it was good, and I was happy for him. And then he had that huge block as well. That was unbelievable. That was awesome to see him do that.
Have you ever seen a quarterback do something like that?
No, I have not. That was huge, and it's so cool to see him do something like that as well, considering he's a quarterback. He doesn't get the chance to block someone like that all the time, and then he does do it, and then it's a great hit, which makes it even better.
I don't know if it's on the sideline or back home after the game, but what are you telling him after a block like that? You getting to see that?
Oh, yelling in his face, just let's go, things like that.
Do you come back and tell him not to use his throwing shoulder next time?
I don't know. We scored on that play, didn't we? Yeah, we did. So I don't know. I think he'll be all right. He'll tough it out.
Braden, the Cowboyback position getting healthy. Logan Carter's getting back out there. Silas Barr's getting more reps. You're 8 weeks in. What's it like to see that position kind of come along from where it was really just you to start the season?
It's awesome. Definitely having Logan back is a huge plus, considering he's a veteran guy. He taught me kind of everything I know. He brought me in the room when I got moved over. And then Silas, he moved from O-line, and now he's progressing a lot as well, because he already knows a lot of – so the O-line will make their run calls, things like that, their tags for who they're working to. He already knows all that. It's not a learning process for him. He knows what's going on. He knows how to pass pro. It's definitely getting a lot better for us, and it's been improving every week, I feel like.
You can relate with
Silas, switching positions to there. How have you tried to help him come along? Like you said, you had as an assistant for you.
Really just watching film with him, going over things. So a lot of our routes kind of intertwine with each other, and they're all certain concepts. So just trying to get him up to speed on that, because that's not something he's ever had to focus on. And that was the same way for me. Like, I can look at an O lineman and know, like, okay, he's going to pass here. Okay, he's going to run here. That kind of transition now to being able to see a corner saying, like, okay, is he in zone or is he in man? Things like that.
Whenever you did make the switch in positions, was there a thought to change the number? There's not a lot of tight end, fullback type rocking number 90.
I wore 90 all throughout high school, and I got here, and that's just what was given to me. I didn't ask for it, anything. Haven't even asked, if they want to change me because some new recruit wants it. I'm not going to make a big deal about it. Just going to do my job.
We haven't talked to you since playing in Austin. You had a good amount of catches there. What was that like, and what did that mean for you to be home doing that?
That was huge. I had lots of videos coming from all my friends during the game, congratulating me, things like that. And I think I talked to Mr. Robert Allen about this as well. So up there in the stadium, it says Colt McCoy's name up there. And when I was working at the grocery store back home, I was checking out Colt McCoy there, and then the place I was working out at, he'd come in and work out there as well. So that was just crazy, and there's no environment like that to play in, and it was definitely a big one.
Mr. Robert Allen, I don't want to quote you correctly.
Mr. Robert Allen, yes sir, Mr. Allen.
What do you think the defining characteristics of this team are?
Discipline and toughness. That's what it's been. I feel like that's what it's going to be. That's ingrained in us, and it's something we all take very seriously. I would say grit as well, because playing football, you're not going to feel good, but you got to get it done. And it's that, and so much of us are actually enjoying it. Like, we'll go to practice, smile on our face, but not in a joking way, just because we're actually enjoying practice, having a good time.
Speaking of toughness, how much do you guys take from a guy like Brennan Presley, who's getting smacked around all this time and then instantly just pops right back up and ready to go?
Definitely a lot from Brennan, because he's not the biggest fellow, but he's tough. I'll tell you that much. Especially coming from Bigsby too. Those Bigsby guys have a reputation for being tough. Thank you guys.